Hello everyone, guys, gals and non-binary pals, my name is Sam Harkin, and we're going to talk about Shadows and Dust, and you may notice that this is a very short video, and that is because I wanted to keep this very brief, because this is a pretty short game, and on top of that, it's kind of weird. I kind of don't know how to go about recommending or not recommending a game like this, because it is a very artistic kind of game. I very much support artistic games and stuff, and that's not me trying to bash it. It's just, usually with a lot of these reviews, I'll be like, I enjoyed it, and you might like it as well, but I feel like this is definitely one of those things where it really just comes down to whether or not you like it. It is about half an hour, even though it only took me about 20 minutes to, I think, get to the ending. I think because this game, which is by the same team that brought us Mars Underground, shares an issue with Mars Underground where I don't entirely know where the game ends. Now, that might be playing into the narrative. In that case, it kind of makes sense. Once again, we're talking about a very artistic game. It's using a really interesting combination of visuals and especially audio. Like, as someone who is doing game audio at the moment, I found the music and the atmosphere very interesting because it's never explicitly like a jump scare where they'll just play a really loud noise at you, but there's definitely this clear intent of the music being, soft and loud, it will be kind of soft, so you turn up the volume, but then there'll be like loud things that come every so often, so you kind of feel a bit, uneasy through the whole experience, which very much fits in with the visuals and fits in with essentially the story that they are trying to tell. I mean, they do this really good job of there is a door that will constantly be knocking, and there is a phone that will constantly be ringing, and you can only answer one at a time. And as a person who is fairly sensitive to sound, I was just like, oh my god, this is literally hell because I can't tend to both of these things at the same time. Once again, plays into the narrative. I will say it did take a while for me to get to a point where I understood what the narrative was going for, like 5 minutes, but given that this is a 20-minute game, I mean, that's a quarter of the game. So, yeah. Personally, I thought it was an interesting little game. Whether or not it is worth like $5 or $6, I think they're charging on Steam. I'm not sure if I can say that, but, once again, as a person who got it free, I leave that decision, I suppose, to you, the humble viewer. So, that was a very quick review. Obviously didn't do a preview of this because we do 30-minute previews, and the game was 30 minutes, and I thought it would be a bit unfair if I just showed the whole game. So instead we have this review, a little bit rambly, not going into a lot of specifics, but that's because, if I were to go into much specifics, I would instantly spoil, like, everything. But it's an interesting game. And if nothing else, I hope the fact that I've brought it to, however many people's attention, maybe that interests some people. Maybe it, sparks a little bit of interest. Go investigate it yourself and see if it's something that might be up your alley. Of course, there are tons of people who like nice long games, and I'm very much like, ooh, is it enough hours to justify me buying it? Definitely shouldn't be thinking about it with this one because, yeah, it's a very short game. But it's an interesting story, and they're going about it in an interesting way, I suppose. So, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and comment and subscribe for we're going to be doing pack stuff. And yeah, let's just keep this video nice and short. Goodbye.